Would you mind shutting it off? Because it's taking...
Shutting the Xbox off?
No, just the computer. Because I can't have really any background music type stuff like that.
Diane, what are you doing?
Go.
Excuse me?
You're going to get yourself into trouble tonight. What you're doing is not funny. What is in your hand? You're going to end up getting yourself in trouble tonight. It's not funny.
Funny, not cute. How old is Callie? Hey, smack my finger. What ear? Watch. Wow, that is really long.
No, I got somebody on watching. How are you doing tonight? Okay, this is right there. There we go. Thanks for giving me that thumbs up. Really appreciate it.
Did I smell good?
Do what?
I'm so gonna end up going through this pack tonight.
You going through it? Why?
It's short. Have you seen what I've done so far? Well, Andrew,
I've been busy.
here's the lower deck,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put railing up, which I'm not sure if I want that because it looks really super high. And then here's the second deck. And here's the third deck. And then here's gonna be where the windows are.
Oh, that's cool.
Doors?
That's really cool.
The big doors.
Dude, I'm gonna have some fun with the dynamite.
I ain't buying that dynamite more.
Why?
Because for 220 coins, you only get one joy out of it. I want more
What is it?
pleasure for that much money.
What is it?
Dynamite.
Oh. Dynamite you actually have to use to be able to get in some of the worlds. The other lands. So it is useful, just
Like I said, I'm not buying it for that little of a pleasure. I want good pleasure from that.
You know how that could be taken, right?
Oh, I know how to take it. It takes everywhere. Take it how you feel. I should have brought my trailer and chopped the tree while I was coming across here. Up in the park. Just nice.
Hey, jump off your intact count.
Big jerk. Diamond is a jerk. Oh, fuck. It's nighttime. I'm retarded.
No, you're not.
I gotta wait for the store to open again.
And your trash bag.
And your chores. Otherwise, you ain't gonna get on your Xbox.
He's not going to get on his Xbox for another 3 days if he doesn't clean up his act, what he's doing.
3 days longer for mom to play. I'll be happy. You need to get the bathroom cleaned. It's part of your chore.
Didn't get the trash bag out for you. Oh, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, the one person that's in here right now.
Fast.
How's it going, Red Man?
It's just here, man. I'm good, bro. Okay.
Oh, just regular pizza. Got some various toppings: pepperoni, mushrooms, bacon. So right now I've got the bacon on the stove over there. No. How have you been? You what? You did? Yeah, we got a couple bags of pepperoni here. I find it easier to get the stuff that's already sliced. So where are you from, Red Man? You what? No. Okay, so right now I'm just starting. So I'm making my dough. Oklahoma, that's cool. We are in Missouri, just south of St. Louis. What? Oh.
Are you from Tulsa?
Getting ready to do what's called proof my dough, and or proof my yeast, I should say. And that's just taking water, sugar, and yeast and combining them and letting the yeast do its thing for a few minutes. Oh, dessert. Just a couple candy bars, nothing special. How you doing, Freaky Geek? Yes, things are going well. Just having a relaxing evening. I just got back from the store. I venture out there every so often. We are. Sorry, I'm looking for stuff while
Talking.
I'm. We're expecting to get quite a bit more snow this weekend. So, you know how that goes. We ended up getting 12 inches of snow this past weekend,
I thought it was 13.
and it's very unusual to get two big snowstorms in, back to back. We,
Oh, creepy.
do what?
He said, tell the young man he's not riding the broom right.
What?
Get your chores done. I've been yelling at this kid all day to
Since
get his
school,
chores done since he got home from school. And he's being annoying and everything else. He's going to end up getting himself in trouble.
Is there a good time to put away dishes?
Not right now. They just got done. So for my pizza dough, I'm just Googling homemade pizza dough. And I have the first recipe that I found. Fucking fun.
I bet your coat's behind the cutting boards on the top.
Oh, okay.
Need to find Steve and see where he's at.
Right now I'm just browning my bacon, cooking it for when the pizza gets done. This dough, when you make pizza dough, you want to make it and use it because you don't generally want to let it rise.
Hello? I was here first.
Some recipes you do, some recipes you don't. This one I don't have the time for, so I am making a no-rise. Grilled cheese, huh? What? Okay. Grilled cheese isn't too bad. I mean, you got any tomato soup or anything to go with it?
Oh, that would be so good.
I want my water for my yeast to be about 110 degrees. Well, if you dip your grilled cheese into a soup, the soup that's on the grilled cheese isn't soup anymore because it's part of the grilled cheese.
But then you got
Gotcha
all
there.
that soup left over to throw away because
Well, that's why you give it to somebody that does like it.
I don't like the soup food.
I didn't know water needed to be wet. Thanks for that info, though. Um, so I'm going to make this dough, and it's a really fast dough. So, like I said, I don't want this one to rise. So, I want all my ingredients prepped and ready to go. Teaspoon of sugar.
Wait, I should stay there when the bridge goes back up.
Move.
Tip this car over.
Yeah, it is rather quick. Takes about 30 minutes. The longest thing I'm waiting on is the bacon to cook. Here's the yeast water. It's kind of a dirty dishwater color. You let it sit for about 5 minutes, and all that yeast will dissolve that sugar. It'll eat that sugar, and it'll get foamy. Once it's foamy, you know it's done.
Dude, it's pissing me off.
Yeah, a pack of yeast, about a cup of sugar, cup of water, about a teaspoon of sugar.
Check if your glasses don't.
It may be mad. I've never asked the yeast if it was mad, but it could be. Hey, Pine Brook, how are you doing? That's good. That's good. How's the weather where you're at? Show us the pizza. I haven't made it yet. I'm making it now. That's what I do on these streams. Is I make the foods that I'm talking about. Show you guys what to do from start to finish, pretty much.
How am I gonna get my doors?
You can open box.
About to dip into the 20s. Wow. Yeah, that's a bit chilly. This weekend is supposed to do the same for us. We're supposed to get another 12 or so inches of snow. There's altering opinions as to where you're at, as to anywhere from 2 inches to 12 inches. And we just got 12 inches this past weekend. So we're getting a lot of snow, and it's been causing some issues on the roads. I have never heard of a Walmart closing down. Well, I have before, but it's very extreme. Walmart closed Saturday night. If that gives you an idea of how bad the weather was. Yeah, that is really cold for Southeast Texas.
They just so ruined my mood.
Well, yeah, that's because you're weird, Freaky Geek.
Boom.
Yeah, they've been really wonky. Last year we didn't really get much snow at all. And this year we're getting 2 snowstorms back to back. It's almost been record-breaking snow that we had.
In the Arnold area.
It's not just our Arnold area. It's also those area.
Well, yeah, that's because you're in Canada. That's like way, way out of the way compared to where we're at. And we talked about this last time. Canadians are just odd. So, okay, got half my bacon done. Hey, Food Forest, how are you doing? So my yeast is foaming up. I'll show you that here in just a minute. I'm slicing some more bacon. Yeah, I'll show you guys the pizzas going in the oven and what they look like. I'm just right here. I'm not doing anything but slicing some bacon into little pieces. This is the longest part of what I'm doing tonight for dinner. So oh, okay, well that's cool. Sounds fun. And this pizza dough is, well, almost all pizza dough is vegan friendly, and you can make it gluten free if you want to use like a walnut flour or almond flour or something like that. So,
It's not vegan friendly.
huh?
It's not vegan friendly.
Yeah, there's no byproducts in pizza dough. And you can use pizza dough for lots of things.
Right, like the cheese and the meat.
No, pizza, the dough.
Wow.
The dough is vegan friendly. You can put, yeah, toppings and stuff on it.
How do they have pizza without cheese?
They use different stuff instead of cheese. So, this is my bacon. I don't like to cut it really, really tiny. And I don't cook it complete, like crisp. Because when it goes in the oven, it's going to cook for, 10 minutes or so. And then it's going to get even really crisp and unedible almost. But this is actually the low end of how I like my bacon cooked. Yeah, true. If it was, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be cooking it to make it and eat it. So I'm preheating my oven to 450 because you want your pizza oven hot. Yeah, and that's why you don't want to cook it completely. Because it'll overcook that bacon and you won't have, it'll be just the crisp, whatever. Some people like their bacon really, really crisp, but yeah, he had a grilled cheese. And like I said, all I did is I Googled the first recipe for pizza crust. And it ended up bringing up, let me go back to it. A recipe that needed to be proofed for an hour to rise and all this other stuff. I don't have time for that. So I just kind of scroll through. Like I said, I look for my recipes with what I have. If I want to make something and I don't have the time, so I kind of look for a little bit of a specific recipe and I scroll down. And allrecipes.com is a good place to find recipes for stuff. And that's just where I went. If I can find it again. There we go. So generally you want to see like quick and easy or something. Oh, it's good that you're winning. I'd rather be winning than losing the gold. And I have a round pizza pan. I don't make homemade pizza very often, so it's just kind of a small, cheap pan, but it's seen better days, but it works. Okay, so I've got my yeast, and this is the kind of foam that you want to see on top of yeast when you're proofing yeast. That's what the foam looks like. Like I said, the water underneath it is kind of a dirty dishwater, and it'll foam up like that. So that's really good yeast. And you can smell that bread yeast smell. So, okay, so this takes 2.5 cups of flour. It says bread flour, but you can pretty much use any flour that you have. Not self-rising. All-purpose flour is a really good flour to use. Bread flour is best for this specific recipe, but there's substitutions you can make. So you don't have to have every ingredient a recipe says. There's substitutions. So I'm going to have my bacon done before I actually start with that. Oh wow, yeah. That is a really good remedy. If it doesn't work for the cold, it'll at least get his mind off of the cold because he won't be thinking about it. What state again are you in again, Howie?
He's in Canada, but
You what?
Canada.
No, Howie.
Food Forest.
Food Forest.
Yeah, he's in Canada. Over by Vancouver, over by
That-
the
okay.
ocean.
My mind draws a blank sometimes on where people are.
That's what he said he was up in Canada.
You what?
I thought that's where he said he was in Canada. Could be wrong. Must be the first time.
Okay. So my bacon is done. Like I said, I don't completely cook it all the way. Okay, Vancouver Island. I wish it was sunny and warm here. I don't know if you heard me saying. um, we got 12 inches of snow over this past weekend. So, and we're expecting another 12 or so this weekend. Okay, so. Oh, wow. So. Where's now, it says 2 tablespoons oil. And it's best to use like extra virgin olive oil or something with a good taste rather than just plain old vegetable oil. You can use any kind, but you know, something with a little flavor in the crust is good. Now you always want to buy oil, olive oil, in a dark tinted bottle, like a green bottle or dark yellow or brown, because vegetable oil breaks down with light. 2 tablespoons. So you want to make sure you keep it in kind of a darker area. I bet they do smell good. A teaspoon of salt. And 2.5 cups of flour. When you put flour, not a lot of people know. I mean, not every one of you guys is bakers, and I understand that. But when you get flour into your measuring cup, you know, heaping is not good. If you're measuring, you take your finger, you take the back of a butter knife, and you scrape off the top. You don't want to like pack it in there, but you want a nice level top to it. So I'm just going to toss my flour in. Hi Sherry, how are you? Long time no see. I'm going to use a spatula for this because dough gets really doughy, of course, and likes to stick into a whisk.
What?
You hear me?
What?
You hear me?
No. What?
Oh, hi Joyce.
Can't hear
Uh,
if you don't speak up.
Yeah, you can. We got this jar at Walmart. You know, a nice little decorative jar. Oh yeah. Yeah, anything dry that can hold the amount of flour and that seals good. You want a good sealed container for your flour, like a jar, like I use with this one. Because if you don't use flour for very often, and it sits and moisture hits it and the air hits it. Old flour, I don't know if you've milling flour isn't the most exact science for companies, and I know there's they do it under certain regulations and stuff, but the thing is they can't get all of the parasites out of flour. Cooking it and using it, within a certain time, you're good. But if you let it sit and air gets to it really good, and over I'd say a year, you'll get little bugs in your flour, and they turn into little worm type things. So you want to put it in a very sealed type of container, keep it dry.
Like that one?
So So this is my pizza dough.
Like a huge ball.
This will end up making 2 pizzas. I may have to make more, but they're going to be decent sized pieces. I'm going to roll them out a little thin. But that's of pizza dough. What I'm doing is I'm taking it out of the bowl. I'm going to spread a little olive oil in the bowl. Come on. There it goes. It's like about a half a teaspoon, just enough to kind of moisten the outside of the bowl. Okay. And then I put my dough in. Well, let it sit for about 5 minutes. And that what that does is that helps the proteins in the flour to rest a little bit. That way it's not so tough when you're trying to stretch the dough. Otherwise, you're going to be having a really hard time.
You know why I asked you to get the mozzarella sticks, right?
Well,
I want you to put mine in the stuffed crust.
what game are they playing? You've heard of Roblox, right? Well, Roblox is a game platform that has a bunch of little mini games. And these little mini games people create, I could create one, are very well thought out. A lot of them are, depending on the creator. It's all free to play. It's all a lot of fun. But, no, it's not like, I mean, it's low graphics type thing. It's called Lumber Tycoon 2 is the actual specific mini game that she's playing. Minecraft.
It's kind of like Minecraft, but a little bit better.
It's a lot better than Minecraft. It's a lot of fun to play if you just want to sit and waste some time. But yeah, there's this specific game. Your object, and it's been out for 10, 12 years. It's been out a long time. But this specific game, what you do is you start out and you have an axe, and there's all these trees that are growing everywhere, and you go chop down the tree, you go chop off its branches, and you go sell the log for money. Well, you advance up, you buy your own little sawmill, you end up creating your own house or building or whatever you want to create with all of this stuff. It's a real good simulator. And you earn more money the more you build and the more you cut down and the more work you do.
Show them my house. Joyce. She said, I like my hamburger, onions, mushroom, and extra cheese.
Yeah. Well, a cool little trick that Ashley wants me to do. If I can get them up. I'm going to show you how to make stuffed crust pizza. That's with these things. String cheese. No. And sometimes I'll make my own pizza sauce. Lumber Tycoon 2 Roblox, or or Wikia, Wikia. Type that in as the last word. I just buy generic pizza sauce at the store for my pizza sauce. So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to cut my dough in half. I got 2 pizza doughs. I think 2 should be enough for us. They're going to be decent size. So, let me get my flour. You can use flour or you can use cornmeal. A lot of people use cornmeal because it gives it that extra texture and taste on the pizza crust, but you don't have to. So I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute. Okay, don't mind my mess. So I want a floured surface. Okay. I'm going to take one of my doughs. I'm going to knead it just a little bit. Just a little, kind of slow. I want it to be smooth. Okay. And now it's a very smooth texture to this dough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it in my hands until it becomes kind of a round. Then I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to stretch it. Okay. I'm going to turn it over now that it's smooth on this side, and I'm going to stretch it. If you get little holes in it while you're stretching it, you don't want to stretch it too hard because that will tear the dough. Use your hands and just kind of push it back together. If you get little holes, turn it over. You can use a rolling pin for this, but I like to get the smooth roundness, and I like the little imprints. You want the cornmeal helps it to kind of move around on the table too, but I don't have any right now. If you get, like I said, you get little holes, just kind of push it back together. Nothing expansive. You can use both your hands, you know, really get into that dough. You don't want to work with it too much. You want to get it kind of as big as fast as you can, because you want those proteins are going to stiffen up again once you work with it, and you don't want your pizza crust to be all chewy and hard. So, see a little hole there. Just kind of push it back together with your fingers. If you get a thicker edge, use your hand, you know, where that thickness starts. You know, it's kind of thin in the middle. Use your hand and then just kind of Now, if you start to kind of get thicker on the, I mean, it's harder to turn it, add a little more flour. You want this crust as even as possible. So if you feel any thicker spots with your hands, try to move that dough from one spot to another, you know, to the thinner spots. I know this looks really big. I will use my rolling pin a little bit, just to kind of even out. And make sure everything is even. Now, it's really good to use a rolling pin if you're using a square pan, like a jelly roll pan, but I'm using a round pan for this one. I'll use my cookie sheet for the next one. And depending on how much you roll it out, it can be either thick crust or thin crust or pan style. Or pan style, basically, you roll the dough out and you put it into a like what am I thinking? Springform pan. Those work really good for those. Okay, so. Oh, hi Sylvia. How are you? Okay. So it's a little bit bigger than that, my pan. So what I'm going to do, I told you I'm going to show you how to make stuffed crust. And that's really easy to do. You want to work with this kind of quick because you don't want it to really rise. And you'll see that if it does it in the oven. You'll get little bubbles in your crust. You just kind of press this into your pan a bit. You can get it really even. You want that overhang if you're going to do a stuffed crust. Because what I'm going to do now she told me this at the last minute. Literally, as I was making this, she said, "Oh, that's why had you get the string cheese." Yes, this is string cheese. So what I'm going to do, Take about half.
If Dad doesn't use it, I'll eat it.
Everybody out there disconnected.
Take about 3 pieces.
Beat it.
And then you take your dough. Just wrap it over the cheese. Kind of press it down. With your fingers, get that dough back into the other dough. You guys have to forgive me if I'm not chatting at the moment or answering questions. I just trying to get this done. Now, what a lot of people don't know if they make homemade pizza. Oh, hi, Jamie. How you doing? Long time no see. Okay, so I want to press that dough in back together kind of tight, because if I don't, when I cook this, it's all going to run out. So what I'm going to do now, guys, who likes the pizza with the crust underdone and the top not? I'm going to take this, we'll put it in the oven for about 5 minutes. Ah,
You forgot to start the oven.
damn it didn't. I'm not going to do anything for about 5 minutes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do absolutely nothing for 5 minutes. Thought I preheated my oven, but it didn't preheat. I didn't hit the on button or something. Yeah. That doesn't sound too appetizing. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That's why I like to do these live streams. You get all of the, the little mess ups and everything. So, while I'm waiting on that, I might as well make my other one. Roll out my other dough. Now I'm just going to take a general cookie sheet. It takes 9 minutes for my oven to preheat to 450. If not 10. So I've got my other dough, which is falling a little bit, which is okay. It's softened up, which is good. I like that idea. I don't know, Jamie. You tell me. Wait, no, you're not subscribed, so you can't tell me. I haven't had much time to do updates or really any articles, but I do have a few members. What about your back, Freaky? Is it hurting? Oh wait, you were gone, weren't you? I'm messing with you. Okay. Okay, so no, it sounds about right. I think you don't have to advertise that. I think people already know. So this one I'm just pressing into my cookie sheet, or what's called a jelly roll pan.
You're only one. Here, quickly. Chop up some wood and build some walls.
Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you, which I forgot to do, before you preheat your oven, one little trick, or one little thing, is you want to have a rack on your bottom shelf, because you want this pizza crust to get done when the toppings get done. And you want that heat to be on this crust, because this crust takes a few minutes to cook. Vegetables and cheese don't take as long as the crust does. So you're watching the top to see the cheese melt and stuff. Well, you're not going to have. I'm just pressing this in, the dough into this cookie sheet. Little boring stuff like this, it's not.
Maybe it may be boring, but they need to know how you're doing it.
It's just pressing dough into a cookie sheet. I mean, there's no science about it.
I don't know. To some people it is.
I showed him making this one, and this one was just an extra one.
Is there any extra cheese left?
It does. It looks like it's going to be really good. So that's all the flour I need, so I can clean up my mess here.
For now.
I never said I was a clean cook, but I always clean up my mess when I'm done. If you're not making a mess while you're cooking, you're not cooking right. Especially stuff like this. Want to see something cool? You guys see all those little particles? Yeah, that's what it was. Indoor snow. We've got enough of the crap outside. We don't need some inside.
Chinese. Chinese.
Okay, so it's heated enough.
What's that?
I'm going to
Chinese.
pre-cook this dough for a few minutes. It's gonna work that way. We're gonna be able to do one pizza at a time, guys. Okay. About 5 minutes. I cooked the dough. And then bacon.
This would taste better with mozzarella sauce.
You got mozzarella sticks for that party. The things that you keep saying you don't like.
These little pepperoni slices are perfect slices.
Can you stop eating the food?
If I must.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we have enough.
We will.
I don't know. You and Andrew eat pizza by yourself.
When you eat all the mozzarella sticks,
Good night.
So, while I'm waiting on this, y'all know I smoke. So, that's true. Gotta make sure it's all safe. Everything was. Nothing's gone bad or anything. The round one, I stuffed. You know, the stuffed crust. That's just saying that the oven's preheated. And the second one, the square one, I didn't.
there's no one who likes their crust melted cheese. There's no one who likes cheese.
Yeah, that's why I say, ask me questions, ask me what I'm doing and stuff. That's why I didn't just show it. I just said I was, But yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you have to kind of pre-cook pizza dough. Because if you don't, it won't be done when the toppings are done. And your cheese is going to burn, everything's going to burn on top of it. So, yeah, she's on this kick with liking me to be cooking a lot. The buffalo chicken was just, I made I've done a live stream with you guys before making hot wings. That all that was I made my breading out of flour and the seasonings, and I cut up chicken thighs into little strips, and we cooked it the same way.
Jamie wants to know how you cook artichokes.
Well,
We already got it
it
today.
depends on what you're wanting to choke. You don't want to choke a chicken and cook it, because that wouldn't. Yeah, no.
Get a woman mad enough, she will.
Yeah, true.
What?
Joyce laughed. Right. Yeah, that buffalo is kind of in bad shape right now. I told you that story. It was an ancient folk tale about the winged buffalo. Your wife. Carrie's not that bad, is she?
Is cheese not?
Okay.
Cheese not?
Do what?
Cheese not?
Yeah.
Really?
How do you do that?
Okay, so that dough is
More like doing the
pre-cooked.
first step.
second dough is going to pre-cook a little bit.
I have to be very
And all this is, I cooked it real I did it kind of thin. And it looks just like the dough, but you see a little bit of browning. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of browning there and there. And that's what you want. Oh, she's sliding my knife. That's good. It's good to hear that, Jamie.
How do you do that cheese now?
So did you guys get any snow, Jamie? You guys are just up in Illinois, right? They're the ones up in Illinois, right?
Ohio.
Or is that Ohio?
Ohio, Illinois?
Ohio
But yeah, artichokes, you can boil them, you can steam them, you can fry them, you can do lots of things with artichoke hearts. You can pickle them. Oh, you're missing out, Joyce. Artichoke hearts are really good. You can put artichoke hearts on pizza. How you doing, Mo Man? Nice to see ya. Yeah, they're a weird. The heart is actually underneath all the leaves, and that's the best part. That's the part to cook on the artichoke. You can steam them.
We're gonna have to buy some artichokes when we're doing.
Yeah, I'll have to buy some artichokes. We'll be doing our monthly shopping next week, and actually in 4 days or so, and I'll show you how to cook artichokes.
I want fried artichokes.
You got 6 inches? Not too bad. We got about a foot. I'm expecting more this weekend.
Maybe another foot. And that will be a total, probably a total of, let me see here.
Yeah, you don't want a broken artichoke heart. That's just a shame. You want to mend that heart, though.
I want to destroy the heart.
Bad heart. Is this the one? Mom?
I believe that's the one.
Right. Copper ring.
Put it on top and see if it comes up on top.
They're not solid.
Maybe so it's all.
Oh, we'll be getting a new van next week. This van we're giving up on. It's just it's been a pain in the butt. Haven't been driving since July, so
Okay.
I've got a friend that's got a real decent van. I mean, it's a '98 Grand Caravan. So, you know, it's older, but it doesn't have any problems at all. No engine lights, no nothing.
Now that's something to know. Oh.
Okay, so a round pizza pan is a little bit more difficult to pull out of the oven. But this is why I said that you wanted to make sure that it's pressed down really good, because you have a couple little spots with cheese coming out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Some cheese coming out there and here and stuff.
And there.
But it's very, very little. I got it all taken care of pretty good. As you can see, it's not browned. It's not all the way done. We'll let these cool for just a few minutes. This van that we're getting, it's a friend of mine's, and it's got no lights on it. It's got the air ride suspension. It's got an aftermarket stereo in it. There's been a few things replaced on it. It's got like 300,000 miles, but it's all highway. It was originally, when it was bought, it was an auto dealership's drive around van to go to auctions and this and that. And that was like the person who owns it now, it was like his father-in-law or something. And it's just kind of gone around. It's been owned a few different times by different people, but it's all kind of been the same people back and forth buying it from each other when they needed it and stuff. So no, this van we'll probably just part out or sell or something for scrap, because the engine needs replaced in it, really is what it is. And I was replacing things. It was nickel and diming us for a long time, and somebody didn't change the oil in it as often as it needed, and other things like that. So it had a lot of wear in the motor, and
I only owned it for 4 years.
so yeah, it's just better that we're getting. I mean, it's older and stuff, but it's been taken care of better. My friend that owns it, he said that he took really good care of it, been very highly maintained and stuff like that. So okay, so if you get any bubbles in your pizza crust, which I don't, which is good, you want to press them out. You want to prick them with a fork or something, just to get rid of that air pocket that's in there. So
It's a lot of restaurant stuff.
yeah, I need an apron, but I don't have one. It's such a trivial thing. I don't have the, I never think of it when I go to the store, and I just don't see the point in spending those few extra dollars. And when I got a washing machine, can wash my clothes. Okay, so pizza sauce. I'll show you guys how I'm going to do this. So, got my pizza dough. It's partially cooked. Take sauce and just kind of pour on it. And I take the back of a spoon, kind of spread it around. Huh? And it doesn't matter if you get it on the crust. It doesn't matter, you know, on the outside edges. You like a lot of sauce, babe? Not really? Okay. Just gonna get it on all the corners and slop it on there. Okay. Let's give him a Hooters shirt. Y'all can give me one, and I'll wear it. I don't care if it's girly or whatever. I'd wear it for y'all. Okay, so now I'm going to take my mozzarella cheese. And mozzarella is used a lot in pizza because it melts really easy. Now I'm not going to put down a thick layer of cheese to begin with. Just as a base. Along with this mozzarella, you can put cheddar or whatever kind of cheese you like. But have a good base of cheese, of mozzarella. Okay, that's a good base. Okay, now I'm going to take
Here.
my pepperonis. I like pizza with a lot of toppings. I like a good thick pizza. Well, that's more for me, Mo Man. Mushroom. Well, I got some of those too, bud. Will you eat mushrooms on pizza?
No.
I'll make half of it without.
Do you have where's my turkey gut cup?
I don't know where it's at,
It was
Andrew.
right there by the sink.
It's in the sink.
Do you
Well, you can hold on a minute. I'm kind of busy. I'll get it for you in a minute. Hold on. Go sit down. Well, hi Timothy. How are you doing?
Andrew, you press the button.
Oh, Pizza Hut does that to you?
Mommy?
What do you say?
You're not supposed to eat the building, just the food.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
freaky.
Okay, so I'm making 2 pizzas, so I'm going to use half my bacon on this one.
What do I smell like? Something like a salad or something?
You're crazy.
Or is that just how good the bacon smells?
Could be just the bacon smell.
Yeah, it's probably olive oil that you put it on, or vegetable, whatever oil that you put it on. It's probably that.
Andrew, I thought you were giving me blood.
I was building it. Building.
No, just stop.
Oh, I'm now distracted because of Nate.
Here. Undistract yourself and do this. Shut your mouth.
Okay, so my son doesn't like mushrooms on his pizza. I get the pre-sliced ones. It's just easier. So good. Some big mushrooms. So I'm going to put them on half. I love mushrooms, so I'm going to put quite a few. And the best thing about making homemade pizzas, you can tailor it, but whatever anything you want on it.
Yeah, and you don't even have to pay it.
Okay, so now
Did you put the bacon on it?
bacon, mushrooms, pepperoni.
Yeah.
Gonna put a nice little handful of cheese on top. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna seal the toppings onto the pizza.
You stop cutting it. Because you're making two small pieces and it's not gonna work.
Okay. Lots and lots of cheese. Love cheese pizzas.
Ew. Frog legs.
Oh, Jamie, oh, go. Don't even recommend that. That's nasty. Okay, so this is before the oven. Quarter till. Takes about 10 minutes. Thank you, bud. I really appreciate that. Okay. I do have some thicker spots on this one, but it'll be okay. Now, Ashley doesn't like that much sauce. Just kind of enough to spread around on it.
Cut that in half. Gotta flip it.
Okay. So now, my base of cheese.
That might work. Sweet, it's so small, I think, though.
Do what?
What?
Yeah, she can be.
Hey, now.
And she knows it.
No, not me. Yes, you. Wait a minute, Angel. What are you, Angel?
I love you.
Uh-huh.
Hey, come back.
They all said.
Where they end up? No, we're doing toy for that. Ouch.
What did you?
He kill you?
No, he just destroyed my lights that I just paid $720 for.
No, the other one.
You have all your chores done?
I'm letting him play for me.
Come on, y'all.
Okay, my pepperoni.
Stop eating the pepperoni.
That's only one package. Did both pizzas.
I'm gonna beat you.
Hey, I'm on record.
So,
Got witnesses.
what happens off the camera won't matter.
Hey, this thing?
Lots of nice, lovely bacon. And mushrooms galore. Ashley and I both love mushrooms on pizza, so.
There's nobody in the server. Can I leave and go to a different server?
Okay.
You gotta do all that work first.
And now,
Otherwise I'm gonna lose it. Process all the wood and then you can. You're gonna have to cut that.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that.
she's on top.
Excuse me, please.
I don't even know what that means. Do you? What?
Jamie.
Jamie, why are you being on one?
They're all always on one. That's why I love these people. Slow down, Michael.
Okay. Second pizza will go in the oven when the first one's out. Now, to give you guys an idea of how much cheese you put on a pizza, I mean, this is probably like an extreme amount because we love cheese. Well, this is a 2-pound bag. Just opened it. It's about 3/4 of a pound now.
You guys definitely down.
Where did my keys go?
Throw it back where it was because you're moving too fast.
For some ghost, if I had ghost peppers, I'd probably
Annihilate them.
cut them down to like itty bitty tiny pieces and put them all over my son's side. Give him a good surprise.
But you realize, or a jalapeno crust. Why not?
That's exactly how you do it. Lots of cheese.
Why not jalapeno crust?
Okay.
cheese.
I smell more sauce than cheese.
Oh, that's awesome. That is really awesome, oh man. A few more minutes and the first one will be done. You guys are gonna love how this looks. And we're gonna love how it tastes. But I showed you how to do it. Really easy dough.
Very
Flour.
easy toppings.
A little bit of salt, yeast, water, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of olive oil. Something so like no bake cookies. I actually did no bake cookies over the holidays. I don't think I record or had a live stream for that one because I was making so many cookies over like 2 days that I would have been recording 12 hours straight, and it took me like 2 or 3 days to end up doing all the cookies. Yeah, I mean they're really easy to do. Cocoa, peanut butter, oats, sugar,
You name
butter, a couple other things. Really easy.
it. You name it.
I could make more. I mean, but we're not big no bake cookie eaters in this house, so. Okay. But I could do no bake cookies for you guys.
No bakes.
Looks like I'm having to turn this around a little bit because apparently I got a little bit of uneven heat in the oven, so. Yeah, no bake cookies are amazing, but Ashley and Andrew don't really eat them. I'd be the only one eating the whole batch.
Or you can make them and whenever Christy's coming up, she'll eat the rest of them.
Yeah, true.
Christy loves no bakes. I remember when our school would give us no bake cookies with our meals, and Christy would make me save hers, save mine, and give them to her in the hallway so she can eat it in class. Because I wouldn't eat it. It's right there.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, we're in Arnold, so.
Over there. Right there. Straight in front of you.
What?
Here, here.
I don't see it. It says
Okay. Are you guys ready for this?
How can I not see that? In a many ways. In many ways. Yeah, I had to.
Look at that. Yum.
I want some.
This one's going in.
Wow.
No, you're waiting for your mom to get done too. About 10 minutes.
Wait, what?
Hi, Marie.
Oh,
Excuse me.
why is it?
How are you doing? Long time no see.
As even by that, where have you been?
Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look good? I had a little bit of uneven heating in my oven, so this side didn't get as nicely browned as this side, but I think the mushrooms had to do something with that. Mushrooms are nicely cooked. That looks so good.
Smells really good too.
Okay. I had to give you guys a close up of that. That looked, and it tastes, it smells so good.
Otherwise it's gonna keep bouncing out.
The way pizza smells when it cooks. If I had a pizza stone, it would be even better. But I don't have a pizza stone, so. Carrie's lost 65 pounds so far. That is awesome.
What?
She's doing better than I did.
What? How many pounds?
Mo Man said I got him licking the walls over there. But yeah, this round one will take about 10 minutes as well. And I'll show you guys that one when it's done. Once this cools, I'll be able to actually take it off of the cookie sheet and cut it up for you. Show you what the crust looks like and how crispy it is and stuff.
Check the other side. Look at that so big. I think I'm going to have to unplug it. Yep. Oh.
So has everybody been doing good this week? I know there's a few people that have come in since I asked that last. And these things are invaluable if you eat pizza. I really like this one because the handle is real comfortable in your hand. You know. Now, when did she have that done? She just had that done the month after Ashley did it, didn't she?
You should have done
Back
it
in
before.
September or October? Okay.
I'm 5 months out from mine.
Yeah, Ashley's 5 months out from her. She's lost 150 pounds since last November. She's doing really good. Wow, you lost what, 80 or so from surgery day?
Yeah, almost 90 now.
Yeah, almost 90 from surgery back in August.
I am 347 as of today. I've got all this work, so.
Well, that would be 91 pounds. Yeah, 91 pounds since surgery in August. That's 5 months. That's like amazing. Yeah, I'd get a pizza stone, but I very rarely actually cook homemade pizza. That's not really worth the money to be able to get one.
That pizza's smelling really good.
Yeah, I know you're hungry.
How long have you been streaming?
I'm working on it.
look at this. This is an awesome looking pizza.
Smells awesome as well.
Well, Jamie, you're gaining about 30 right now.
Oh, sesame. Hard crust. Well, mine's is pretty much soft crust.
It's a piece of crust.
Hey.
Nice and crispy.
You can actually tell from me when you chew.
Awesome. Thank you, Freaky. What color should the bottom of pizza crust be, guys? Nice and browned. All that cheese helps those toppings stay on, so I can turn it upside down. They don't fall off. Even on the other side of the pizza. Look at that.
Yours is dripping.
It's dripping. Yeah, because the mushrooms and everything have
Yeah.
juices in them and stuff. So that actually turned out to be a really, really good recipe. Very quick recipe. I'm going to show you guys about this stuffed crust one here in just a minute when it comes out. Yeah, even in the middle, nice and brown pizza. It's not crisp, which is good. And thin crust is more crisp, and there's a different way to cook that dough. But this is a nice, soft, good textured dough. Trying to get my pizza.
Hey, are you allowed to eat mushrooms raw?
Yeah.
It just tastes better when it's not raw. It tastes better when
Just waiting
cooked.
a couple more minutes on this other pizza, and I'll show you this other one when it comes out. Eat it.
I would prefer it cooked.
It's got a little bit of a gritty texture, but it's really good.
I prefer it cooked.
Okay. Yep, just a few more minutes. Thank you, Mo, man. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me, bud.
What, donation?
No. I just do general things. Nothing spectacular. I try to show people different ways they can make things. That just because you don't know how to make something, everything I make is new. I don't use the same recipe for anything I make that I've used ever in the past. Doughs are really easy to make, so cookie doughs, pizza doughs, bread doughs, they're all pretty easy to make, but you don't have to, there's some things you have to worry about, but if done the right way, it can all be easily done. Not a lot of people know a lot of the little tricks and hints and stuff. And that's kind of why I made my website, aimsonline.net, because I want people to join in to a big community of others sharing tricks and ideas and thoughts and
Ticks.
different ways to be able to do stuff to help people out. Thank you, Mo Man. I really appreciate that. I'll be getting an email if you did it right. I'll be getting an email. Let me know I got a new member. I started making videos on YouTube.
2 years ago, 3 years. Sorry.
About 2 years ago, year and a half ago, and I have a degree in computer science. I do website design and graphic design and computer tech type stuff a lot. But so I kind of started on a technology idea, and my original name was Nate Tech and Other Stuff, because I would every so often, do some cooking with this, or have some other general videos, and I decided I ended up changing it to Amazon or to the Googler, because Google is so varied in everything, all of its knowledge, and it went from general everything to people saying, I really like the way you cook that. That looks really good. I want to do that. So I decided, okay, why not? Oh. So like I said, I have some temperature variations in my oven. She's got a little dark. She doesn't mind it though. But look at that pizza. Homemade pizza, guys. Anybody can do it. It's real easy. Took me, I've been streaming for about 2 hours. But there was a lot of preparation involved. So,
And if you don't want to make your own dough, you can always use biscuits.
and if you don't want to make your own homemade dough, there's lots of recipes for like a biscuit dough or but look at that. Look how good that looks. Came right off the pan. Besides, when you see pizzas on TV and that are homemade or something, you're always seeing them a little darker or something like that. Oh, you can hear that crust when you cut it. You guys hear that? And this was the stuffed crust. So let me show you. You see that? There's a little bit of cheese in that crust. Didn't go all out because I personally don't think, like stuffed and full with cheese. And plus I did enough cheese on the pizza. So, two homemade pizzas, enough to serve so many people, it's not even funny.
And I'll be lucky if I eat 3 pieces.
Ashley will be lucky if she eats like 2 pieces. But I want you guys to see, homemade pizza isn't that hard. From absolute start, even before start, because I forgot to preheat my oven. I didn't, it took me a while to do some things that wouldn't take you guys very long. And I sit and chat with you guys. It took me 2 hours. I had to cook the bacon beforehand, which took a while. Things like that. So, there you go. So, guys, I really appreciate you being on my stream. Every time I do a live stream, I get so many wonderful people in here that I keep doing them. I'm going to get going. You know, I love to make food in front of you guys to show you how to do it, but I hate eating in front of you.
And you're
Why do it? It's just going to make you even more hungry. It's not like this isn't tempting enough, right? Look at that pizza. Look at that, guys.
Imagine everyone.
Okay.
plays.
Well, guys, again, thank you for joining me. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you want to help me continue on my channel, help me be able to make some more of these things, my personal PayPal link is in the description. If you can donate a few bucks, anything helps. I really appreciate it. And if you want to send me an email, those of you that have ideas on anything that you want to see me make, send me an email. It's in the description of this video, guys. But I've got to go for now. This pizza, my stomach's rumbling, my head's hurting because I'm so hungry. I gotta go.